The alien armada stretched across the void like a metallic plague, their ships bristling with weapons that had conquered 17 star systems. Admiral Kane stood on the bridge of humanity's newest creation, the UES Prometheus, watching the enemy fleet approach through the quantum-locked viewports that flickered between dimensions. "They're hailing us," reported Lieutenant Torres from the communications station. Her voice carried the tension that gripped the entire crew. The hegemony had never offered terms before. They simply obliterated everything in their path. "Them through," Kane ordered, his weathered hands clasped behind his back. The main screen shimmered, revealing the chitinous face of what humans had dubbed a destroyer-class commander. Its mandibles clicked in what passed for speech among their kind. "Inferior beings." The alien's voice came through the universal translator. "Dripping with contempt, your species has caused us considerable inconvenience. Surrender now, and we will grant you the mercy of quick annihilation." Kane's lips curved into a cold smile. "Counteroffer. Turn around and leave our space, and we'll let you live long enough to warn your fleet about humanity's latest invention." The alien's compound eyes flared with what might have been amusement. "You pilot one ship against our 1,000? Your arrogance will be your epitaph." Transmission cut, and Kane turned to his crew. "All stations prepare for combat. Engineering, bring the quantum locks to full power." Deep in the ship's core, Chief Engineer Rodriguez monitored the impossible machinery that human scientists had developed in their darkest hour. The quantum lock system existed in 17 dimensions simultaneously, drawing power from the zero point, field itself. Every other species in the galaxy had declared such technology theoretically impossible, a violation of fundamental physics. Humanity had built it anyway. "Quantum locks engaged," Admiral Rodriguez reported through the reality anchor, holding steady across all dimensional planes. The enemy fleet opened fire first. Plasma beams and antimatter torpedoes streaked through space, enough firepower to vaporize a small moon. The crew braced for impact, but the weapons struck something extraordinary. They passed through the Prometheus as if it were a ghost, their energy dissipating harmlessly into parallel dimensions. "Weapons hot," Kane commanded. "Target their flagship." The Prometheus fired a single quantum-locked torpedo. Unlike the alien weapons, this projectile existed in the same dimensional state as its target, phasing through the enemy's shields as if they were made of paper. The flagship exploded in a brilliant flash, its debris scattering across multiple realities. Panic rippled through the alien fleet. Their weapons continued to pass through the human battleship, while the Prometheus systematically picked them apart, one ship at a time. The quantum locks allowed it to exist in the same dimensional space as whatever it chose to interact with, while remaining intangible to everything else. "Impossible," the enemy commander broadcast on all frequencies. "This violates the laws of physics. No species can manipulate quantum states on this scale." "That's where you're wrong," Kane replied, his voice carrying across the void. "You see, when humanity faces extinction, we don't just break the rules, we rewrite them entirely." The battle became a rout. Ships that had terrorized the galaxy for centuries fled in disarray, crews broadcasting warnings about the human vessel that could phase in and out of reality at will. The Prometheus pursued them relentlessly, its quantum locks shifting it between dimensions to avoid return fire while delivering devastating strikes to the retreating fleet. Within hours, the mighty armada was reduced to scattered debris and fleeing survivors. The few ships that escaped would carry word of humanity's impossible achievement to the furthest reaches of hegemony space. Admiral Torres called out, her voice filled with awe. "We're receiving transmissions from across the sector. The Altair colonies are reporting that the hegemony fleets are withdrawing. The siege of New Berlin has been lifted. They're retreating on all fronts." Kane nodded grimly. The quantum-locked battleship had achieved what an entire fleet couldn't hit, had broken the enemy's will to fight. When faced with technology that defied their understanding of reality itself, the hegemony had chosen retreat over annihilation. "Set course for Earth," Kane ordered. It's time to show the galaxy what humanity is truly capable of." The Prometheus phased through dimensions, its quantum locks carrying it faster than light itself. The crew reflected, on what they had accomplished. They had taken theoretical physics and bent it to their will, creating a weapon that existed in multiple realities. Simultaneously, the alien species that had dismissed humanity as primitive had learned a harsh lesson about underestimating human ingenuity. The battleship emerged from quantum space above Earth, its hull gleaming with the strange iridescence of locked dimensional fields. Below, humanity's homeworld spun peacefully, no longer under threat of invasion. The impossible ship hung in orbit like a guardian angel, its very existence a testament to the species that refused to accept limitations. Word of the quantum locked battleship spread throughout the galaxy within days. Species that had never heard of humanity suddenly knew them as the ones who had made the impossible possible. The hegemony's withdrawal from human space became permanent, their fear of quantum lock technology keeping them at bay in the months that followed. Other species would attempt to replicate humanity's achievement. All would fail. The quantum locks required not just advanced technology, but a particular kind of desperate creativity that seemed uniquely human. The ability to look at the impossible and see it as merely another problem to solve. The UES Prometheus continued its patrols, a ghost ship that could touch reality when it chose, serving as both protector and reminder that humanity would never again bow to galactic bullies. They had proven that when pushed to the brink, humans didn't just fight back, they transcended the very laws of nature itself.